yesterday, Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, said that she took a big gamble running for the top job, being a woman and a Nigerian. The WTO's DG's comments came during a conversation in Abuja with Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, at a meet-and-greet event organized by Women in Leadership Nigeria. Arise correspondent Godfrey Eshemoge was there and has this report.
It's been an eventful homecoming for Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, who is retracing her Nigerian roots. At this event, the Duchess and the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, are the co-hosts. Meghan Markle has had a feel of Nigeria since arriving in the country, and she takes pride in her Nigerian roots, she says.
I'm very overwhelmed. So I want to start by saying thank you very much for just how gracious you've all been in welcoming my husband and I to this country. My country.
Your country, yes.
When I had done the genealogy and found out about my heritage, the first thing I did obviously was call my mom because I wanted to know if she had any awareness of it. And I think being African American, part of it is really not knowing so much about your lineage, your background, where you come from specifically. And it was exciting for both of us to discover more and understand what that really means. Never in a million years would I understand it as much as I do now.
Being here, right?
Being here.
Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala made history by becoming the first woman ever to be WTO DG. But she informed the gathering that at some point she felt like abandoning her dream of aiming for the WTO top job.
It was a worldwide competition. I'm sure many of you followed. There were 8 of us from 8 different countries, and you were being interviewed in the public. So it's a big risk. If you're applying for a job and you don't get it, nobody knows. You can just go home and say, well, I decided in the end not to follow the thing and stuff. So it was a big risk taking this and being in the public, because if I didn't make it, it would also be very global and very public. But I said to the people interviewing, it's not about being a woman, and it's not about being African. It's about being the best person to manage that organization at this time. So they thought I was very cheeky, because I said to them, take the best person who can manage. I said, of course, I think it's me.
The WTO DG says Nigerian men always want to dominate, but there are times when they should know when to give women some space in leadership.
You will find that we attach special importance to men and their role. We can be talking to each other. You know, we are all like-minded. It's like preaching to the choir. But unless we're able to convince the men, sometimes they need to move aside and give room for a woman to also take the position.
Meghan Markle, along with her husband, Prince Harry, will be heading to Lagos next. Godfrey Eshemoge, Arise News.
I mean, that was such a refreshing meet and greet, conference. It was organized by, Women in Leadership. There were about 50 media moguls there, women and, just journalists and all of that. But what was more interesting for me to see the WTO boss just really relax. And you could hear Meghan Markle say that, when they were organizing this event, she said, can we just relax? And she just really admired that. But these powerful women, it goes to show that we are doing what we need to do and taking up space in the society at this moment. I also love the fact that, Meghan Markle is able to, I'm just looking at her this, so Meghan Markle was able to embrace her Nigerianness. Yes. We saw in that meeting also people were trying to give her names. I thought they were going to give her Ngozi as well, because she was just, sitting next to her Ngozi. But it was nice to see women collaborate in that manner.
Definitely, I agree. I mentioned earlier, Meghan Markle was wearing a red dress from Orire Official, which is a small Nigerian company that's run by a Nigerian woman out of Nigeria. And I think that's what I love the most. It feels like authentic engagement, not caricature,
Yes.
not just wearing like a tribal cloth or something and saying, oh, I'm representing my culture, but also understanding that Nigerian women are leading industry in media, from Ngozi all the way down to the owner of a rural official. I think it's a beautiful thing to see. We saw leaders from Abudu to Dupe Olushola there, even the Minister of Trade and Investment was there, but it does show that women leadership is crucial for the development of our nation, and it does show that when Nigerian women thrive, the country thrives. So and it's also beautiful, her talking about I'm home, I'm in my country, because I think it also presents an avenue for Nigerians in diaspora, but also for African Americans and the Black diaspora as a whole. Nigeria is the largest Black nation in the world. And when we talk about tourism in Nigeria, and we talk about bringing investment, foreign direct investment into Nigeria, I think oftentimes when we think about the foreign world, we think about non-Black people. We go to China and we go to America, but it does show the power of this Black identity and bringing other Black people into the country. And I think that's what Meghan Markle's visit is representing for me.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I totally agree with you, ladies. It's a beautiful, showpiece, quality attendance, and I think it nicely, takes away focus from the beautiful jamboree of the visit of the royals to something qualitative, for Harry's wife, Meghan. And of course, I also like the fact that the entire attention is not on her, so that we are not guilty of what people are saying these days, that anytime Nigerian officials, travel abroad and have the opportunity to take pictures with a white person, it looks like they have found an investor. So I like the fact that quality attention was on other people, particularly Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who, as always, spoke brilliantly. I like the fact that she reflected on how she got the job, and one thing stood out for me when she said, hey, that she told them, pick the best person, but I know that I'm the best person. I think that message is for every young girl, every young lady, every, a person desirous of a big job out there, let the, those that you're seeking jobs from, let them take the best decision, but present yourself as the best for the job. I think that's the key word there.
Absolutely. Representation matters. And I also what I also took away from Meghan Markle's speech was the fact that she said that never in a million years would she have understood, or would she have felt the wish that she felt then being here in Nigeria, because she had power of travel, and just the fact that she's Nigeria, she had all those adjectives that she used to describe Nigerian women: powerful, beautiful, resilient, strong. I mean, it was beautiful to hear her, just describe Nigerian women that way. And we welcome her. Welcome to Nigeria. We hope to see more of her.
Definitely. I hope to see more of her in the future. Absolutely. And I hope to see more African Americans who are hoping to trace their roots also return home and be welcomed with open arms, I would say.
Absolutely.